Men in the sheds.
I was very interested in jukeboxes from about the age of 14. When I was at Mossman High School, the milk bar just around the corner had a machine, a Seaberg KD200, which was built in 1957 and quite an interesting looking machine because it had a visual display of the record being played. Well, this is great. This is exactly as I remember it so many years ago when my friends Joe and Barbara used to come up with me to Gosford by train just for an enjoyable day out. And we would stop at this milk bar, and it's exactly the same setting with a wall box in all of the booths. Very nice looking they were. And a master jukebox at the end of the actual milk bar itself. And after a couple of hours, we would have to buy food, hamburgers and soft drinks and a couple of milkshakes because it was frowned upon if you just sat there and didn't buy anything. But it would be a couple of good hours, maybe 2.5 hours of chit-chatting, talking about school, talking about just general things. And then we'd leave and catch the train home. The manufacturers had produced a form of a popularity scanner, which was basically a round disc with several little pins coming out of it. Every time a record was played, the pin moved up one slot. So the person that was coming to look at the actual jukebox would check the popularity scanner, and the records which were most popular, the pin would be quite high on it. Find out exactly how what records were popular and what records weren't popular. The biggest change in jukeboxes in the 60s was the new technology. They finally got rid of valved amps and put transistor amps in it. Seaberg were the first to come out with that. The cosmetic design of jukeboxes often looked pretty similar to an automobile at a particular time. With the Seaberg, they incorporated a form of taillights. The following year, they followed it up with the VL200 machine, but it had everything that a car might have had: chrome, taillights, flashing lights. I believe that in 20 years from now, the jukebox will still be around.
Men in the sheds. 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 Men in the sheds.